Steph, when did you guys get word that Jimmy wouldn't be playing, and what changes? I mean, how'd you guys flip, move on from that quick to get out to the start you guys did tonight?
Um, Literally, as coach was drawing up the play before the jump ball, I know it's a personal situation, but we, the good part is you don't really have time to react at that point. It's just Will steps in, just get our matchups and just try to, play sound basketball offensively so that we can, establish ourselves in the first quarter and give ourselves momentum and make our presence felt so you're not chasing because you understand without Jimmy you are a different team. And thankfully we were able to do that early. And, I mean, the plus minus of the second unit, Melt, Al, BP, Buddy coming in, playing some great minutes. It was by committee.
Steph, how rewarding was it to see Buddy get those first quarter minutes and the immediate impact that he made?
Yeah, I mean, he's been putting in work behind the scenes. You all see him during the games. He has such a good energy about him, lifting the team, talking, smiling, having a good time, even though things haven't gone his way. And, for him to get rewarded like that, but also be ready, it's a tough, ask, especially, again, not knowing Jimmy wasn't going to play until, 2 seconds before the game. He has to kind of rework his mind, to get ready, and he did that.
You seem to really like that three that he made right in front of your guys' bench, too.
Yeah, for sure. We love a shooter. It's a tough angle, tough shot, but that's what he does.
Steph, 3 straight games where at least 10 players from Warriors have made a three. What's working in terms of creating those open shots?
Proper spacing, keeping our turnovers low. So usually when you're doing that, even if some are tough looks, like guys get a rhythm and the morale of the offense is high the whole game. Confidence builds from that, and then you just make shots. And we have capable shooters all up and down the roster. To your point, though, it's how you create good looks that gets everybody involved. So it's a fun way to play, not knowing who's going to get it on any possession.
You guys led wire to wire this game. How much of a difference does that make for you to be able to get an extra breather, take some extra time on the bench, going into a tough road stretch ahead?
Yeah, I mean, we've had a couple games recently where starters haven't either not played the whole fourth quarter or, to your point, been able to, get some rest the last parts of the game because we've had a significant lead. Our defense has been great, and, playing with a lead, executing early in the game so that you make it as easy as possible on yourself. You can withstand runs a little easier knowing, this is 2026 NBA and talent everywhere. So teams are going to get hot for, portions of the game. But when you look up and it's, a 6-point lead as opposed to, chasing the whole game, it's just a different vibe. And we've benefited from good starts. Even the Knick game, we were down 17 in the first, but we came back relatively quick so that the second half had a different kind of momentum to it.
How does it also feel playing against a younger guy like Concanipple, who obviously grew up, has a similar-ish play style, a lot of threes, I think the fastest rookie to 100 threes. How does it feel seeing that direct impact of your game on the younger players? Do you give him any advice? Any other talking with that?
No, I haven't talked to him much, but just the way the game is going, I know I've had influence on that, but he's super talented. Like you said, it's a vision of what's possible in the league. Because when I was a rookie, I don't know how many attempts I had, but it wasn't anywhere close to what it is now. And he shoots it at a high clip too. So, you love that, belief in the young guys who put the work in and have developed an identity around shooting the ball at a high level of volume, and efficiency. So, sky's the limit for him.
Steph, you've always been open about how cool it's been for you to follow in your dad's footsteps. after all these years, is there more of an appreciation about what you and Seth have accomplished on top of, your dad getting his jersey retired and being in this for so long as kind of the family business?
Yeah, the longevity of it all. Like when he played 16 years in the league, that sounded insane to me when I first got it to this level. I know for Seth the same, and now my 17th year. This is Seth's 13th, something like that. It's just crazy that I've eclipsed that. Seth is on his way. Just understanding what it takes to not only make it to this level, but establish yourself, create a legacy and longevity out of it. And it's even special just knowing he's still a part of an organization where I get to see him twice a year, and he gets to call games and try to stay as neutral as possible. When he's he called all the Seth games last year, with Charlotte. So it's just cool to have that bond and still be able to talk basketball.
And Steph, when you look at the contribution that Anthony Melton's made just recently, just talk about his presence, how he's been a spark, a catalyst for you guys off the bench. And, there's times when he ignites the offense, even if you're having a slow game in the beginning. Just talk about his presence. And then is this something you guys envisioned when you guys got him last year before he went down with his injury?
Yeah, it's exactly what we need and what we envision him, or how he's contributed. Just the idea of he's just a gamer. Like, he can put the ball on the floor, he can create. He's knockdown shooter, and then what he does defensively, being a disruptor on the ball, playing passing lanes, just making winning plays. And his aggressiveness to score has helped us no matter who he's out there with, because certain guys, me, Jimmy, are gonna get a lot of attention. And if you're swinging it to the weak side and he's the one making the play, or he can even initiate and break people down off the dribble, just gives us a whole nother look. So to the point of what he was last year before the injury and how he's worked to get back healthy, and the difference he's made since he's been in the lineup has been amazing. And he's continued to get better. I think bumping his minutes up and looking stronger every day.
Steph, does it bother you in any way being guarded the way they did in a regular season game tonight?
There's a part of you that fights it just because it's not real basketball, but there's also a part of it is flattering. Just knowing that you demand that much attention, and also what it does to create shots for other guys on the floor. So, and I've seen it all, so I know if that's how they want to guard, how I can be effective, not let it take me out of the game, but also kind of use it to our advantage as a team. And then it's also funny at times just how egregious it is. There's one possession, I got to find I'm actually going to get the footage. I actually stayed back in the backcourt a long time on purpose just to see how long Sion would stay with me. So that was a fun one.
Yeah, there's a clip of Colin Sexton covering you when you left the court.
Yeah, we both knew what we were doing there. We were having fun.
Steph, not just 10 different players making a three in 3 straight games, but the team as a whole, 20 or more threes in the last 3 games. Is this the kind of shooting you guys think you can get regularly, or is this just a hot streak?
I mean, we shoot a lot of threes in general, but the type of threes, the ball moving, and then if you can do that on top of having low turnovers, that's just confidence building. You're going to have nights where you shoot it. Well, I think we've had a couple nights we've been close to 50%. We've had some nights where we've been in the low 30s, but you don't want to ride that emotional roller coaster. You kind of understand the type of offense that we play, the type of shots we're going to get, and on the whole, you'd hope that there'd be more nights like this. So I like where we're at.